Hello and Assalamualaikum. Um, we are from group 85, LAX 2049. I've got news for you. And today we want to make our discussion video 5. So let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Hisham bin Mustafa and my metric number is 188658.
My name is Nur Rahman. My metric number is 204004.
My name is Atiyati Robert and my metric number is 204006.
Hi, my name is Faizatun Shamini binti Nur Ismail and my metric number is 200333.
Hi, my name is Nur Amira Sofia. My metric number is 202439.
Hi, my name is Nura Abedurusman and my metric number is 200808.
Hi, my name is Nura Jamil and my metric number is 203560.
Hi, my name is Nur Izani binti Abdul Aziz. My metric number is 201095.
Okay, so today we want to discuss about we're going to discuss and share about the news health news.
So who does?
You guys can start.
Okay, I will start. Sama. My news is Grab introducing health features for the Indonesian market. This news was published on October 22, 2019. In Malaysia, Grab is known as a popular food and food delivery company. In Indonesia, Grab seen in introducing a new range of service, and recently they have just been announced to launch their newest service, which is Grab Health. According to a Grab spokesperson, the feature will allow user to not only seek medical advice on any health issue they may be facing, but also to get Grab driver to buy and deliver medication to patients, as well as introduce various health articles to users of the Grab apps. Currently, this feature is in a beta phase and only about 10% of Grab users in Indonesia have access to it. The spokesperson also said that it is likely that this feature will be introduced in November. Thank you.
So I want to talk about my news. So my news is from The Star. The title is Health Ministry. No evidence vaping is a safe way to help stop smoking. So the Health Ministry stressed that it has not found any evidence or study which show that the uses of vape and electronic cigarettes is safe to treat smoking addictions. Its Deputy Ministry, Dr. Lee Bonji, said the ministry also did not receive any information that vape liquids are safe and did not have any long-term effect on the lung. He said that we understand the vape industry is important as it gives employment opportunities to youth, but we have to balance it against its impact on the health. If we look at the existing data, there is a possibility that vape is not safe as a replacement for cigarette as claimed. But so far, there is no proof that vape is effective to replace cigarette, he said during oral question and answer sessions at Dewan Rakyat Wednesday. He was replying to a supplementary question by Muhammad Shah Abdullah, who wanted to know the government's measure to curb sales of vape and e-cigarettes, especially to the younger generation. So this news said that vape is not. So this news said that vape is not things that can stop from smoking. So I think vape is not good for our health, right?
Yes,
Also,
they use chemicals.
Yes, we use chemicals a lot. So next.
Yeah, my news is from Medical News today. The title of the news is Fasting Boosts Metabolism and Fight Aging by Newman on 4th February 2019. So the latest study to explore the impact of fasting on the human body concludes that it increases metabolic activity more than previously realized and may even impart anti-aging benefits. Studies have shown intermittent fasting can help certain people lose weight. Recent aging studies have shown that caloric restriction and fasting have a prolonging effect of lifespan in model animals, says first study author Dr. Takayuki Teruya, in particular scientist at the Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology Graduate University in Japan, examined its impact on metabolism. What happens during fasting? As the human body is starved for food, there are a number of distinct metabolic changes that occur. Normally, when carbohydrates are readily available, the body will use them as fuel. But once they are gone, it looks elsewhere for energy in a process called gluconeogenesis. The body derives glucose from non-carbohydrate sources such as amino acid. Scientists can find evidence of gluconeogenesis by assessing the levels of certain metabolites in the blood, including keratins and nutrients. Fasting causes cells to switch out the type and quantity of protein that they need to function. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, next, for my article is from New Straits Times, written by Bernama. The title is Childhood Obesity, a Growing Health Crisis in Malaysia. Okay, I want to talk about child and parental obesity. According to the World Health Organization (WHO), the prevalence of childhood obesity has increased at an alarming rate globally in 2016. The number of overweight children under the age of 5 was estimated to be over 41 million. A 2010 study published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health cited genetics as the common non-modifiable cause of obesity, with greater risk of obesity found in children of obese and overweight parents. According to UN Specialist Center, Pediatric Endocrinology Senior Consultant Associate Prof. Dr. Muhammad Yazid Jalaluddin, children with at least one overweight parent are bound to have 4 to 5-fold greater chance to becoming obese adults. If one parent is overweight, the chance of the child being obese is 4 to 5 times more. And worse still, if both parents are overweight, the risk is 13 times more, he said in an interview with Bernama recently. He said that based on 2011 National Health and Morbidity Survey among the Southeast Asian countries, Malaysia topped the list with the highest population of obese adults at 44.2%. In 2015, it shot up to 47.3%. A closer look at the statistic revealed that among childbearing adults aged 30 to 35, 34.2% were overweight and another 30.5% obese. This is in itself is worrying trend, but what is more disturbing is that these same adults are the parents to growing children or adult to be. Dr. Muhammad Yazid.
Okay, next my news from Health Day by Deborah Stizzy Hirsch. Okay, so this report right on 8 October 2019. So the title is Pressuring Kids to Diet Can Backfire, Damaging Long-Term Health. So my news is linked with Ein's news. So parents nowadays want the best for their children. So they give their children eat well, get enough sleep, exercise. But sometimes they're pressuring their kids to diet or lose weight that may end up harming them. So It found that parents who urge their kids to diet might actually be boosting their odds for obesity later in life. It also tied to an increased risk of eating disorder. The phenomenon can even stretch across generations, said study lead author Jerica Birch, professor and vice chair of medicine and community health at the University of Minnesota. This new study was conducted over many years, and we can see that this message stay with someone longitudinally, someone who had experience, that it now does that to their kid, passing it on, giving it to the next generation. So, Anna Ojeda, a clinical psychologist specializing in pediatric passion, okay, she said some of our kids are hospitalized, explained Ojeda, who wasn't involved in the new study. When you combine eating disorders with depression, it can lead to very bad consequences. So we definitely do not encourage parents to make a foolish focus on a child's weight. At certain development of stages, it can be very damaging to the self-esteem. Sorry. Okay, parents nowadays are well-meaning and doing the best for their kids. She said they want them to be as healthy as possible, but they often undermine themselves with the language they use, making a kid feel guilty or ashamed and much more less able to change because they feel bad about themselves internally. So as a parent, we cannot urge our kids to diet. It depends to them as long as they do not get obesity.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. My news is about member of parliament were asked to raise the issue of mental health. I got this news from Awali, written by Bernama on 21st of October. Health sorry, Health Promotion Advisory Council members, which is Tan Sri Lamdai, was asked the Member of Parliament to give a serious attention on this issue in Malaysia and force the government to abolish the rule that says suicide is one of the criminal offence. Lee said that report from World Health Organization (WHO) that suicide trial on 2014 that put in one of the criminal offence. So many people who are depressed technically trying to suicide but in silence, which is in secret, and the death did not report. He also said that Attorney General also have to study again about the role that connected with suicide to make sure it does not block anyone that need help and counseling. He asked Section 309 of the Penal Code to be abolished because sorry. Because it is considered a suicide attempt or an individual with intent to commit suicide as a criminal offence will result in injustice to those suffering from depression, anxiety and other mental disorder. He worried if the law did not abolish, the people who suffer will have an intention to commit suicide secretly because they will think that police will arrest them and charge them as a criminal. He hoped that Member of Parliament will raise about this issue in the Parliament and ask the Ministry to fight on this issue to help people in need. Meanwhile, the WHO recently reported that suicide is one of the top 10 causes of death in the world today, and the second highest cause of death for those aged 15 to 29. The National Health and Morbidity Survey results show that suicide rates among adolescents in Malaysia aged 13 to 17 show increasing in child suicide intentions from 7.9 to 10% from 2012 to 2017. A recent study by the Ministry of Health shows that depression is 18.3% when 1 in 5 teens is depressed and 2 in 5 teens are experiencing anxiety. That's all for me. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, next, for my news, I take it from the Asian Post, written by Liana Hasnan, 20 October 2019, and the title is Malaysia wants to regulate e-cigarettes. Okay. E-cigarettes and vaping device (EVC) have dominated the public and academic debate on tobacco control since its introduction into the market. Now Malaysia is looking to introduce stricter regulations on the scale and use of EVC, placing it together with tobacco products under a single law that would prohibit promotions and advertising usage in public areas and use by minors. E-cigarettes and vapes are different. An e-cigarette is usually shaped like a pen and filled with nicotine, while vapes are handheld devices that may not have nicotine in its e-juice or oil. In Malaysia, a ban on vaporizer liquids containing nicotine has been in place since November 2015. Okay. The practice of smoking EVC should not be taken as harmless as ongoing research is being conducted on its long-term health effects and connection to the risk of diseases. Among the known health effects of smoking EVC so far include dry mouth, dizziness, headaches, blurred vision, and abnormal pain. So the conclusion is e-cigarettes also dangerous, same dangerous like the original cigarettes.
So your news are little Mimi's news, right?
Same cigarette.
But for Mimi's news, they say our vape is good. What is good for stop the smokers?
It is not good. It's actually not good for to stop from
I'm
smoking.
trying to understand the news.
Okay. Let's go five.
Last but not least, I got my news from Yusrita, written by Wananiza Mustafa, entitled of my news is Depression on the Rise. Depression, anxiety, and panic attacks are not signs of weakness. They are signs of a person can be tried for so long to remain strong. 1 in 3 of us go through depression or panic attack at least once in our life, according to the National Health and Mobility Survey 2015. Every 3 infants adult aged 16 years and above has some sort of mental problems. In Malaysia, the prevalence of mental health problems among adults increased from 10.7% in 1996 to 11.2% in 2006 to 29.2% in 2015. The prevalence rise is in Kuala Lumpur, which is 39.8%. The prevalence is in females, young adults, and those for low-income families. The occupation, the prevalence was lowest among government and semi-government employers. The overall prevalence of mental health problem among children. What is shocking is the mental illness is expected to be second biggest health problem affecting Malaysians after heart disease by 2020. Depression is a common psychological disorder affecting some 121 million people worldwide. Depression or major depressive disorder is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. It causes feelings of sadness and or a lost interest in activity once enjoyed. It can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems, can decrease a person's ability to function at work and at home. WHO states the depression is the leading cause of disability as a major barriers live with disability and the fourth contributor to the global burden of disease. GBD is a comprehensive regional and global research program of disease further the access, mortality, and is able for major disease, injuries, and risk factors. Professor Dr. Azhar Zain, a senior consultant neurobehavior physician, psychiatrists and psychotherapists at KPJ Ampang Puteri Specialist Hospital said there should be more campaigns to create awareness on mental health problems in Malaysia. He said the government should allocate more budget on mental health as we are moving toward a high achievement by 2020. And on the last Monday, K-popers had sad news on Suli death
Oh
because
yeah.
of heavy depression. Kan?
Yes.
And this was of the critical problem. So we need to share our problem with our friend or our family.
Yeah.
We must meet the counselor.
Yes.
Counselor.
We can keep all things alone.
Meet the wrong person and share with the wrong person is also the depression.
Yeah. Enjoy the keyboard water.
Okay. So we have to decide two news that we have to take. Okay, I think the news from you, right?
Yeah.
What the title of your news?
Obesity.
No,
The diet kan?
Yes, parent urge their
Diet
kids
because of
diet.
obesity, isn't it?
Because
Parents.
their parents want their kids to be slim.
Not too obese.
So the kids feel guilty if they don't diet.
Depressed.
Yeah,
My
depressed.
news also interesting.
I agree with you.
I like her confidence.
Okay, so we have decided the news that we want to take. Okay, I think that's all from us. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend break.
Yes.
Happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.